Well, good afternoon. I should say, actually, good evening to all of you. Good Friday to you here on April 3rd. Just coming live here for just a second to kind of give you an update of what we got going around in the Buckeye State here and just checking in on the severe weather and some of the potential of that severe weather here today. Just got a couple severe thunderstorm warnings in Ohio. We do actually have one confirmed tornado warning in Indiana, so we're keeping an eye on that one as well. Just getting ready to cross over on a 69. We'll bring up the radar right now. We'll turn off the standby live option and kind of see what we got going on across the state of Ohio. Let's go ahead and click on the base, kind of the base radar here so you can get a regional view, if you will. We got a couple storms here getting a little bit cranky towards Coshocton, so we are keeping an eye on that down there in Tuscarawas County and Holmes County and portions of Coshocton County going to be impacted here in the next few minutes. So we are looking at that as well. So there is also a confirmed tornado warning over here, which is something very interesting. Radar indicated confirmed over here by just north of Marion, and that is in Indiana. Again, we're over in Indiana. That one's kind of gone back and forth now, so I'm not sure exactly if they're keeping that at confirmed or not. So it kept changing colors on me. I'll have to read the text. I haven't read officially the text there in a few moments, but radar indicated rotation now, so I take that back. It looks like they went back to radar indicated on that one. So just keeping an eye on that one. Heads up to you as this line and this cell is a little bit cranky in Indiana, and it's starting to approach Ohio. Again, hitting the two counties that don't need to be hit. They got hit the other day. It's heading towards our friends there towards Van Wert County and Paulding County. So an early heads up to you as this thing tracks off to the north and to the east. So we're watching that one in particular, and we're also looking at our two severe thunderstorm warnings that we have in progress here, and we'll kind of read those real quick as well. Let me turn on the actual radar out of Cleveland. Let's turn off the composite here. Let's flip over to our Cleveland radar real quick, and we'll kind of give you a look at these severe thunderstorm warnings in progress down here towards north of Coshocton and by New Philadelphia. So see the deep dark purples in that? Probably a lot of hail going on within this storm cell. I would venture to say we're seeing at least 1 inch hail inside of this storm cell. Radar's also pulling that back as well, of saying that there is at least 1 inch hail radar indicated. So that's something that as well we're continuing to see here as this moves forward. So if I turn on the hail markers, and I don't turn those on too often because it kind of confuses people, but yeah, you can see there on the radar, it looks like we got hail probability of 100%, severe hail, which means an inch or greater, 50%, but wouldn't be surprised there with that deep dark purple hail that's going on right now. So the tornado warning, or excuse me, the severe thunderstorm warning just got updated. It'll be trimmed here in just a minute, but the National Weather Service states that there is a severe thunderstorm warning that goes until 8:15, and that is storm is located right near Walnut Creek, just past Walnut Creek now. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Millersburg, you just got in on some of that action in Berlin, Walnut Creek, Hillbuck, Farmerstown, Winesburg, Charm, and Baltic. So you're seeing that storm cell continue to move to the south and to the east. East-southeast, I should say, as it moves off towards New Philadelphia. Biggest thing with this storm here is some of these areas don't need the rain. You see in your screen there we have some flash flood warnings that are also in effect until 9:15 tonight for several counties that have been impacted with flooding. I know most of northern Ohio got hit. Some people got 5 inches or more of rain, especially across northern Ohio the other day from those storms. And we just don't really need the rain in some of these areas over the weekend because there's a lot of rivers that are also continuing to flood. But albeit, well, let's look at the flash flood warning. We do have a flash flood warning for Ashland County, northern Richland County, southeastern Medina County, northwestern Stark County, southern Summit County, and Wayne County that goes until 9:15. So they're saying automated rain gauges and Doppler radar has indicated that 1 to 1.5 inches has fell, and flash flooding is expected. That's kind of on that northern one. Let's look here on that southern severe thunderstorm, southern flash flooding flash flood warning. This one goes until 10 o'clock for southern Ashland, northern Knox County, northeastern Morrow County, southern Richland County, Holmes County, southern Stark County, and portions of southern Wayne County, again, until 10 o'clock tonight. And the same thing here, they're kind of giving a little bit wider range. Portions of these areas, 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches of rain has fallen in the area. So lots of flash flooding. There's been several reports, though, people driving through flooded roadways. Please don't do that. Then we have to get first responders out to rescue you because you made a dumb move and put their lives in danger. So just don't do that. Turn around, don't drown. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest message. You go around barricades and high water signs. That is just what I would call asinine. So don't do that. Turn around, don't drown. So for those out ahead of this, for those of you out ahead of this storm just past Millersburg, heading towards New Philadelphia, Baltic, and Strasburg, definitely kind of a gully washer, as you would call it. Probably some stronger winds. We're not really getting quite up to 60 mile an hour, but we are seeing that hail. We have kept an eye on this storm as well. We have seen some broad rotation. As I turned on the velocity scan here, you can see a little bit of broad rotation. Nothing is tight at the moment. Some of these storms today have tried to get there to make a little bit of some spin-ups in the atmosphere, but right now that's very broad. They're keeping an eye on that one, so are we. We do have that tornado warning over in Indiana that we're keeping an eye on. Some of these storms may produce a quick spin-up today. That's not totally out of the question. But as this line continues to move across, and we're going to see some other stuff come through overnight tonight, you are going to hear some serious thunder with the warm layer that's there. So tonight you're going to hear it, depending on where you're at overnight tonight. You're going to hear some serious loud boom as we go through the overnight hours. So let's flip back over here to our reflectivity, and you can kind of see here our hail detection and everything that we got going on for our particular severe thunderstorm warning. Sorry, I'm trying to clear my throat as well. There's a few other storms trying to pop up along this line down here, just right along the I-70 corridor. We'll flip down here to ILN. There's a special weather statement on the storm coming outside of Dayton. Let's go ahead and get a zoom in on that one and kind of see what's going on here. Just outside of Dayton, just a little bit of a gully washer, some small hail in there. That's a 1/2 inch hail being detected right now. So we're watching that as it continues to move north. They did put, again, a special weather statement on this. Kind of see it here outlined for you. And this one, they're saying wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour. So it could cause a little bit of havoc there for a little bit, especially for those of you traveling there. It's just getting ready to cross over into I-70. Portions of Huber Heights are probably going to get it. Tip City is going to get on some of that action as well. We'll have to see if that gets any stronger, but a lot of these are just kind of some generalized pop-up storms that we're seeing here right now along this line that frontal system is moving through. Back here in Indiana, we'll go back to this tornado warning again. We're continuing to look at that, and we'll kind of look here in the Lima area, but we'll look at this tornado warning real quick first. Continuing to see some rotation there, and again, this is over in Indiana, but we are watching this because it's tracking right now right towards our friends over towards Van Wert County and portions of Van Wert County and portions of Paulding County for our friends there. You kind of see I put the radar into motion. It's taking a second to spin up, but keeping an eye on that one as well. So don't let your guard down. Make sure that you have a way to receive warnings overnight tonight as we get into the overnight hours for portions of Ohio. Let's go into Lima right now. Lima's getting ready to get hit with a little bit of a gully washer, some small hail inside of that one. They're saying less than 1/2 inch and 30%. So probably going to get some strong rain here coming in over the next few minutes, but nothing overly concerning with that line that we've been looking at throughout the evening hours as this is traipsed along. Man, I can't talk today, but I'll get there. Let's take a look here. I'm going to turn on the categorical outlook from the Storm Prediction Center. Pretty much all of Ohio, with the exception of extreme southern Ohio and extreme northeastern Ohio, is inside of the marginal risk area, which is kind of what we were expecting. And again, we're continuing to watch some of these storms as they move off towards the north and to the east. It depends. They're kind of taking that turn and taking another turn as well. So we're keeping an eye on that. We are here monitoring a lot of that other stuff. You can see back towards Illinois, a lot of some tornado reports out of Peoria and that particular area throughout the day today. Let's flip off radar, and I'm going to show you the model data real quick here. Let's go ahead and put that on the screen, kind of show you what they expect here, what the models are showing overnight tonight. Some of them are a little bit, I don't know, a little bit on the overdone side, but this is kind of what they're saying here. We're looking here at model at 11 o'clock tonight, and I'll see if I can see if we can get this to load up. Give me 1 second here as we start to load some things up. And that is not doing what it needs to do. Let's see here, see if that works. All right, let me go ahead and put this back into, push this forward. All right, here we go. This is kind of looking at about an hour from now. This is kind of lining up with what we have right now. And as you can see, as we get into the overnight hours, again, this is a projected radar tonight. Some storms could get a little bumpy there as we get into the overnight hours, kind of looking in the Lima area, seeing some pretty heavy rain potential, but also some heavy rain potential coming across northwest Ohio, which northwest Ohio, again, doesn't need it. And you kind of see as this line filters through, everybody's probably going to get on a little bit of moisture tonight. And as this continues into tomorrow, we're going to see that next line for severe weather that we have kind of creeping its way up. And here's the category outlook here for tomorrow. Most of Ohio is in the slight risk. Again, this is for tomorrow, and it's because of this line that's approaching from the west out of Illinois as we head into the overnight hours. So that's where this is coming from. So we're continuing to watch that as well tomorrow. So you can't let your guard down for tomorrow as well. We kind of move this forward. Here's 8 o'clock in the morning. As we get into the afternoon hours, the heat starts to drape up a little bit, and then that line starts to move forward to the north and to the east. So that's kind of what we're looking at. We're looking at here, and just kind of reading some of the comments. Some people are, I don't know. I don't know. I'll never understand people in comments and Facebook and all that fun stuff. But just kind of looking at some of those. But slight risk category there for tomorrow for most of Ohio, which, again, nothing's going to be overly done, but we could see some thunderstorms kind of like today and some strong wind and some large hail potentially, but also the fact that we're going to get some strong rain overnight tonight and even into tomorrow. We don't need the rain, but unfortunately, it is coming for most of Ohio. Again, this is the category outlook for tomorrow. So we're keeping an eye on that as well. And let's go ahead and put the composite radar back up, kind of showing you what's going on right now. This is kind of what's going on across the region. And this is going to kind of push off to the east. And we're going to continue to see some rain overnight tonight. So nothing overly concerned. We are watching, again, that tornado warning over in Indiana. Not seeing anything coming out of that at the moment, not hearing anything. So that's hopefully a good thing. But we are looking at that. So a little bit of a heads up to you guys, probably mostly for Van Wert, maybe Mercer County if it takes a turn to the east. But Van Wert, Paulding, and Mercer, just a little bit of a heads up. That storm has produced a tornado warning. Not saying it's going to be there or hold together as it gets towards you, but that storm is being a little bit cranky. So we are going to keep an eye on that one as it moves off towards the east. Lightning tonight, definitely one of the big things to talk about because lightning is you're going to hear some boom tonight. That's going to be fun. You're going to hear some big boom. Some of that going on tonight as well. So make sure that you get ready for that because overnight tonight you might see a little bit of some lightning and some of that really, really big, large booms of thunder. So when thunder roars, go indoors. All right. Not going to stay live. Just want to come on to kind of show you the regional look at what's going on overnight tonight. Again, anywhere in the Ohio, I kind of showed you that model data. You could see some thunder bumpers overnight tonight. Some of those could be a little bit on the stronger side. So just make sure you have a way to receive warnings overnight tonight. That's one of the most important things that you can do. Again, you can download our app if you would like. That's one of the ways that you can receive warnings you can download the Ohio News and Weather app in the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. And that will take care of you as you head into the nighttime hours. Again, just make sure you have a way to receive warnings overnight tonight. Wouldn't cancel your plans if you got anything if you're going out this evening. Tomorrow, a little bit bumpy for outdoor plans, so I would be a little bit cautious there tomorrow because it's going to be a little bit of a gully washer for most portions of Ohio tomorrow. But we're definitely seeing some of that stronger trend of severe weather, slight risk category. We kind of are waiting to see if the Storm Prediction Center upgrades that into the enhanced risk. There might be an area that is introduced as enhanced. We're kind of waiting to see, which means there could be a little bit more of some scattered showers and storms, a little bit more umph to those storms as well. But again, we're not going to get overly zealous on that. We've dealt with this over the last couple of days, kind of the same type of storms that we have had. The tornado threat tomorrow is a little bit lower than we had seen in the previous round of storms, which is a wonderful thing. But again, we can't entirely ever rule out a tornado threat for tomorrow. So kind of on the isolated spin-ups that are possible. And isolated spin-ups tonight with this, too. We have a little bit of spin in the atmosphere and just enough that could produce some tornadoes tonight, but not looking likely. Again, it would be very isolated in nature. So with that being said, I hope you have a great evening. We're continuing to track this. We have our team tracking this. I'm here for a portion of tonight, and we have another person taking over here in just a little bit, but we're continuing to track this, and we'll continue to come back live as we need to. And remember, please, with flooded roadways, turn around,